Our favorite holiday traditions are back, including the Nutcracker, which has been bringing families together for more than 100 years.
At the Pittsburgh Ballet Theatre, Classic begins on Friday, and we've been invited to class to see how the dancers get ready.
Yeah, so we're taking you there live right now for a sneak peek. In fact, what you're seeing right now is the start of technique class. It's a chance for the dancers to get warmed up, and our producer, Krista Kelly, dropped in just a few moments ago, just before that class, to talk to some of the soloists and also the artistic director. So this is truly the behind the scenes.
Well, every little boy and girl who studied ballet would dream of this show. For Marisa Growalski, Lucius Kirst, that dream has certainly come true. They are in the Nutcracker. I know it's hard for a dancer to put a feeling into words, but I'm going to ask you to do it anyway. What is it like to be in the Nutcracker?
It's actually quite thrilling. It's so much fun to see from like the little dancers to the older dancers, and how everyone grows, and sort of the magic of tradition. And that's what the Nutcracker is.
It is tradition, and you play multiple roles. Lucius, it's several different roles. What does it mean to you, and how many times are you back and forth on stage?
Yeah, it's great. This year I'm only doing 6 roles, which is a big...
Only 6?
Only 6, yeah. I've done up to 14, 15 per year in the past. So it's really great being able to have the opportunity just to dance on a bunch of different roles, really be able to, explore your technique and acting, and yeah.
Well, speaking of technique, I know you both have to get to technique class, so I'm going to bring your artistic director, Susan Jaffe, in. And Susan, I know 150 different costumes are involved in this show. The magic, and that's the thing, is that most people, for some people, this is their introduction to ballet. That's why this show is so nostalgic.
Absolutely. I mean, I have seen, I don't know, more than 150 Nutcrackers in my life. Actually been involved in Nutcracker for 37 years. And one of the most magical things about the Nutcracker is seeing the children in the audience, and a lot of them are all dressed up in their beautiful threads, and they're watching it and they're leaning forward and they're asking questions. I've even seen little children look at the stage and dance in the aisle, and look at the stage and dance in the aisle, and sort of mimic what's going on stage. And it is one of the most magical performances of the year, because this performance is about family, is about love, is about magic, and families come to see this performance. So for me, sitting in the audience, the gratitude, the joy, the magic is palpable. And I love that this is the introduction to children to ballet, because I think this ballet actually brings children to start dancing ballet.
We'd be remiss if we didn't ask you about, you were doing so much during the pandemic to keep ballet in people's homes and their hearts with open air. What does it mean to you to be back at the Benedum on stage?
We did get to perform at the Benedum this past October, and I know a lot of the dancers walked into the theater and just started feeling very emotional. I was emotional too, to see the lights and the costumes and the beauty of watching it on the stage. So being able to be back in the theater this December is going to be just so glorious for all of us. We're so grateful.
Well, if you have a little one you want to put out in the aisle dancing as the show goes on with the Sugar Plum Fairy and Mother Ginger, this is your chance to capture time in a bottle and live your childhood and the magic of it all over again.
So well said, Krista. Oh yeah, and now we're going back live here. So this is truly very behind the scenes. Again, these are the dancers who will be performing the Nutcracker at the Benedum beginning this Friday, December 10th. And the work for this show, just to give you an idea, began in the fall. The company logs more than 350 rehearsal hours before the curtain rises on opening night. A truly impressive thing. And just all the emotion in their voices talking about this.
Oh, they look great. So for performance details and how you can buy tickets for those shows, you can head to PittsburghTodayLive.com.
Yeah, and one of those performances will be very special. The Pittsburgh Ballet Theatre will present a sensory-friendly performance of the Nutcracker. So it's designed for children and adults with autism spectrum disorder or sensory sensitivities. Now that show, with activity stations and lower sound levels, will happen Friday, December 17th at 2 p.m. at the Benedum Center.
And 8 years ago, Pittsburgh Ballet Theatre became the first professional ballet company in the country to present a sensory-friendly performance of the Nutcracker. So it's so nice to see that they are continuing that tradition.
Yeah, it's really important to do that.